This is my ultimate cookie recipe.
We all want our cookies to be perfectly soft, crispy on the outside and soft inside, full of flavor and with an amazing texture. I start by making brown butter, also known as beurre noisette. You make it by slowly bringing butter to a boil until all those tiny milk solids caramelize and release their aroma, flavor, and everything into the fat. You need to go slowly so you don't burn it, but the result is phenomenal and you can use it for much more than just cookies. Here you can already see the final color and consistency. This is exactly how it should look. Strain the butter, you can just use a sieve like I do, or even a cloth if you want to remove all the caramelized bits completely. I personally use a sieve because I like to keep some of those little pieces in there. Prepare the butter ahead of time, you can store it in the fridge. This is the color you are looking for and this is how it looks at around 25 degrees Celsius. You can see the texture is fantastic. Another key ingredient is vanilla. Take a nice thick vanilla pot and scrape out all those beautiful seeds into your bowl. Into your mixer, start with regular butter, then add the vanilla, brown sugar, honey, molasses and also white sugar. This combination of sugars will give you cookies that are soft, full of flavor, rich in aroma and with a beautiful dark caramel color. Now add the brown butter, ideally around 27 degrees Celsius, and on the lowest speed mix everything together slowly. Once it reaches this kind of consistency, which you can see here, add one whole egg and start the mixer again. And because no mixer is perfect, take a spatula, scrape down the sides and keep mixing. When everything comes together and looks like this, it already looks amazing and you know the cookies will be great. Add the flour with mixed starch and baking soda. I only use baking soda, no baking powder. Now it's time to let it slowly come together on the lowest speed. The key here is not to overwork the dough. We just want to combine the wet and dry ingredients. It takes some time, but don't hurry. Take your time. Now, once it looks like this, and hence this beautiful texture, you can see it here in a detail, transfer it onto your work surface and gently bring it together by hand. As I said, no long kneading, just quick, short movements. The best motion is pressing it lightly against the table with your palm or just quickly bringing it with few moves together. At this point, when the dough is perfectly combined and is smooth, you can bake it right away or let it rest. Rested dough is always better, but if you're short on time, you can bake it straight away. I bake my cookies in these metal rings. They are 10 centimeters in diameter. Each piece of dough is about 100 grams and the filling, like chocolate here, is about 20 grams. Just slightly shape it and place it in the center of the ring. Here I added pistachios and in another one I used pecans. Using the rings gives you cookies with tall, crispy edges, soft all the way through, evenly shaped, and they just look amazing every single time. So here you can see them, pistachio, chocolate and pecan. But I also prepared one little surprise. We can call it the mother of all cookies, and here it comes. This is 200 grams of dough in an 18 centimeter ring with pistachios and chocolate. This is how the cookies look once baked. They bake quickly and intensely. The shorter the baking time, the softer they stay inside. You'll find the exact baking time and details in the description, so make sure to check that out. The cookies turn out beautifully, and here is the big one. Absolutely fantastic. Now there's nothing left but to break it open and enjoy. So give it a try, enjoy the recipe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.